John Zenevisi. Sarbissa was an Albanian magnate that held the estates in Epirus, such as Argyrokastro and Vagenetia. Name Zenevisi can be found with different spellings in historical documents. His name in modern English is usually John Zenevisi or John Sarbissa. In Italian, his name was spelled as Giovanni Sarbissa. In Albanian, his name is mostly spelled as Gjin Zenevisi, his given name scarcely spelled Gjon as well. Life. The Zenevisi family was from the Zagoria region, between Permat and Argyrokastro. In 1381 and 1384, the Catholic lords of Arta asked the Ottoman troops for protection against the invading Albanian clan of the Zenevisi. The Ottomans routed the raiders and restored order in Epirus. Zenevisi submitted to the Ottomans after the victory against Bursa II in the Battle of Sava in 1385, and gave them his son as a hostage to be sent to Edirne and to the court of the Sultan. Shortly after his submission, Zenevisi revolted and seized the fortress of Argyrokastro, encouraged no doubt by the attack on Ioannina by the Albanians of Acarnania. In 1386 he titled himself with the Byzantine title of Sevastocrator. Zenevisi was married to Irene, the daughter of Gjin Buashipata, despot of Arta, and thus became the son-in-law of Shipata and the brother-in-law of the wife of Isorda, Buondelmonte, despot of Epirus. In 1399 Esau, supported by some Albanian clans, marched against his wife's brother-in-law John Zenevisi of Argyrokastro. Now Esau was routed and captured, and much of his land was occupied by Zenevisi. The neighboring magnates determined to restore the captured despots and secured Venetian intercession in his favor. Esau returned to Ioannina in 1400, regaining the reign from Zenevisi. In 1402, Esau divorced Irene Shipata and married Evdokia Bulsic, the brother of Constantine Bulsic, a leading Ottoman official in northern Albania. After Esau's death, his wife Evdokia tried to take control of Ioannina, but the town exiled her and appointed Esau's nephew, Carlo Tocco, as lord. In 1412 Maurice Shipata and Zenevisi formed an alliance against Carlo Tocco. They won an open field battle against Tocco in 1412, but were unable to take over Ioannina. Tocco relied on support from the local Greeks. In 1414, Maurice Sparta died, and Zenevisi was defeated by the Ottomans and fled to the Venetian island of Corfu, where he died in 1418. Aftermath. In the same year the Ottomans, after a prolonged siege, took Argyrokastro. Zenevisi's son, Thopia Zenevisi, fled to Corfu. He landed again on the mainland and laid siege to Argyrokastro in 1434, but was killed in battle with a reinforcing Ottoman army in 1435. Titles: Lord of Makasi, Sevastocrator of Vagenetia and Lord of Argyrokastro and Paracalo. Descendants. Zenevisi's descendants continued to live undisturbed in the mountains of Zagoria and eventually faded into history. In 1455, a certain Simon Zenevisi, who was the lord of Castrovillari, was active at the court of the King of Naples and Aragon on behalf of Skanderbeg in order to gain back Neapolitan support for his land in Albania. In 1455, Venice, the only power to support his claim, reminded him of his pledge of allegiance to them but was not able to change his political orientation, i.e., his ties with Naples. A son of this Zenevisi was also a hostage at the court of the Sultan, this time of Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, but fled to Naples where King Alfonso had him baptized and made him his vassal. The fate of this Alfonso Zenevisi was to be closely linked to that of Skanderbeg. Zenevisi family. John married a daughter of Gjin Buashipata, whose name is unknown. They had the following children. A1. Anna, Lady of Grabosa, married Andrea III Musaci. A2 Maria plus after 1419 married Peroto Doltavilla, the Baron of Corfu. A3 Thopia Zenevisi, Lord of Argyrokastro, deposed by the Ottomans. B1 Simone Zenevisi, Lord of the Strovilo, deposed by the Ottomans. C1 Alfonso, an Ottoman political hostage who fled to Naples and became a Neapolitan vassal. C3 Filippo served Alessandro. A4 Hamza Zenevisi, an Ottoman political hostage. He was converted into Islam and entered Ottoman service. In 1460 he became a Sanjabi of the Sanjak of Mesistra.